Welcome to their new home, your 2026 Buffalo Bills.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And off we go on Thursday night primetime. Ty Johnson now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And at the helm for them, the perennial MVP contender, Fireball's own Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Allen taken right to the air. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Jaquarisker. And the Steelers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one, but this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence.
So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. They're going to be let out by someone possibly playing his final NFL season. Still going in his early 40s. It is Aaron Rodgers.
You hear me say all the time, Kate, that football is the ultimate team sport, but there are times as a quarterback it can feel a little bit like golf and match play. And when your opponent gives you a shot, gives you an opportunity with the pick, as a quarterback leading your team, you want to maximize it and take advantage of it.
Ooh, he made the most of that one. Didn't he give him 9 yards on that first down carry? They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. On the ground again with Dowdle. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start makes this a far tougher call now. 3rd and 6. They said Metcalf left. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
A 49-yard attempt.
He didn't get it by much, but he did get it. Tucks it in, bottom right. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson with a return here. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? When you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense helped with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And it looks like we've got to pause now. Everybody saw it during the play, and it's as we feared. Their quarterback, the one injured out there. Everyone hoping it's nothing serious, just 1 week before the opener. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Quickly out it goes to Shakir. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Last catch actually lost 2, so now it's 3rd and 12 here. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Under pressure, down he goes. They got him at the 17. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Now here's Rodgers. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
From the gun, a run for Dowdle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. To the air on 3rd and long. And no luck. That's incomplete. And that means it is 4th down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And they're trying to will it further, but it just doesn't have the muster. This one falls short. But I do see a flag out there. Let's see what the call is. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You've got to be smarter than that, Brock. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that's going to give them a first down. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Running it after the penalty. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal. Now hang on, we do have to stop here for something that nobody wants to see a week before the season. We've got an injured player there, and it's somebody they can ill afford to lose. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. In motion right is Metcalf. Dowdle has the Pittsburgh touchdown.
Football carrier. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Chris Boswell for the point after. This one is up and good. And they take a 10-0 lead here in our first quarter. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing here, Allen. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. Mitch Wisnowski headed back out as they'll punt it away once more. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And here in the first, already up to a 10-0 advantage. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. On the counter, Dowdle. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12. Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
Over the decades, you want to see elite defenses in the NFL. They have the big people that can run and the little people that will tackle. On that corner, well, he did his job there.
Bills bringing an extra DB out. Third down. Rodgers will look to throw. Boy, this offense staying on skates. It's another loss here. Greg Russo. And that's going to bring this offense to a 4th and 23.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
On fourth down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. Khalil Shakir to return this one for the Bills. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Second down. Here's Allen. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Pass play now. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Steelers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Joel Bernard tracking that one down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
Yeah.
right? As an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Rodgers now on second down. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing a double coverage, odds are against you.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. To throw, Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on fourth down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete, and now it's third down. Oh, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they're going to take him down. Pressure gets to him at the 15. That's T.J. Watt.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 19 now.
You got to get some protection up front here, Kate. He is already in the game because they knocked out the starter, and trust me, you don't want to get to the emergency quarterback.
Mitch Wisnowski on the punt. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And a defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And that is good for a Pittsburgh 1st down. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. They've got 1st down here from the 36. To throw is Rodgers. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw, second down. Some heavy contacts here, and that's going to break things up. Incomplete. Now it's third down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And in the end, no danger of them actually reaching the marker. He's hauled down well short after a gain of 7. It is fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. Well, whether they intended to run the play or not, it doesn't matter. They drew the flag, and they've got themselves a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, so many times you get to these 4th and shorts, and you know that defense is antsy. You're reminding yourself as a quarterback in that huddle, hold your water, guys. Hold your water, because this defense could get jumpy, and they just did.
Running back sent in motion left. Now Rodgers. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And they get him down after a gain of 10, but great effort on his part. Pays off with a first down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Warren once more. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on first down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Warren. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of it as they get set for 3rd and 6. Rodgers set to pass. And it's incomplete. Started as a catch, but they forced it free before he could secure it.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills set to take over offensively. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They're going to try and throw it here. They set up the screen. It's secure out wide. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give them 1 on that short completion.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. He'll work against the blitz. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
37-yard line.
New set of downs from 37. Motion man sent left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He turns the shallow catch into something more. Give him 8 yards. That sets up 2nd and short. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Dropping back to throw. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
The Bills with a punt team out there. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Move that ball up. It's going to be 6 to go now on second down. Here's Rodgers. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. There's the stop. Damage finally comes to an end after a 17-yard pickup. And that's going to give the Steelers the first down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Rodgers, first and 10. And even with that last play, still completing under half of his passes so far. Throwing from the gun here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Here's Cameron Johnston to punt it away once more. Back deep, Khalil Shakir. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Moore going to motion over right. This is Cook. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to throw here. And that hit breaks up the catch, takes us to third down.
I can promise you that is a throw. As a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB could cut off and take the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll air it out on third. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Here's a give to Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. And this defense stringing together some strong reps here early, Brock. That pass rush off to a great start.
One thing I've grown to appreciate, too, in this just kind of analytical revolution we're in, the stats of today, Kate, it's not just sacks, it's pressures, right? It's those hits, those pressures, because you know they make a strong impact, too.
He's not going to get away from this. They're all over him. They drop him at the 33. And that's going to make it 4th and 18.
An 8-yard loss.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Warren. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now a pitch play to Warren. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Putting the tight end in motion. It's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. He's hit and taken down. They got him at the 18. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Cameron Johnston on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. Will cobble together a yard there. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
We've reached the end of 1 on Thursday night primetime. The scoreboard reads 13-0. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his second drop of the game. It brings up third down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. He'll look to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Steelers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Going trips left here as they get set. First and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Now here's Rodgers. The throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
False start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Now facing second and 10 following that false start. Motion a receiver left. They'll run here following the penalty. They bring him down, but we all saw how that one looked, right? There was a face mask involved, and the flag is out.
Face mask. Defense.
It took hauling him down by the face mask to bring an end to that play, and that adds a cool 15 yards onto the end of the run.
Automatic first down.
So after that gift from the defense, it is first and 10. Rodgers to throw. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Finds a seam down the middle. Some nice work here as he pushes forward for 20 plus the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Rodgers will look to throw. This is going to be caught. The heave connects. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth in from 18 out. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Boswell to add the PAT. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the advantage now stands at 20.
Bills, nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Pittsburgh.
Johnson now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. They haven't come up with an answer quite yet on the scoreboard, and they take over down 20-0. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Cook. Escapes a defender. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that's going to be a Bills 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So 1st down from the 41. Another one for Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Motioning left is their running back. Back now, pressure coming. Catch made right side by Bell. They come crashing down on that receiver screen, and they take him down behind the line.
That's all about reading and recognizing right there for the linebacker. The only way you make a tackle for loss on a completion is you see it right away and you jump on it for a loss.
Got the completion on the last play, but not the result they wanted, Brock. They've got to convert now on 3rd down. Catch made right side by Coleman. And he's not going to be able to get them the first. They stop him just shy of what they needed. An interesting call now coming up on 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. This is Cook on the handoff. And he has got the 1st down. Not much, only a few yards, but it is enough to convert on 4th and 1. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Complete.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And some nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now give it to Heidenreich. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Bills going nickel, 3rd down. To throw, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back across midfield at the 49. And Oliver. And they come through to force a 4th and 11.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And in a 3-score game, Brock, they have to find a way to reestablish some control here. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end left. Design bootleg here. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
James Cook. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Couple of yards on the catch leaves them 2nd and 8. Now it's Cook. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 32. Again, it's Cook. Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. It'll be 1st down Buffalo. That almost felt like an instant replay of his previous run, Brock. Another great opening created up front, and he said thank you very much.
And this offense totally in the driver's seat. You want to try to run it back a 3rd time, but also maybe a time to throw it right over their heads with a little play-action pass.
To throw here on 1st down. He can't pull this one in. That's incomplete. 2nd time he hasn't been able to bring in a catchable ball. Keep an eye on that. It's 2nd down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw. That's complete to Coleman out left. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First and 10, looking to throw. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. This might be a free play for him. Catch made over the middle. He dodged the tackle. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Defense.
Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Running it after the penalty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Man in motion, headed right. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Oh, he's headed for the ground. They get him at the 35. Nick Herbig. And now it's going to be 22 yards for them to pick up on this 3rd down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. They get to him and they drop him, and that's going to knock them out of field goal range. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. They're going to bring on Mitch Wishnowsky to handle this punt. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. Now this is a beauty of a kick. It's headed out of bounds, no chance of a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. A tight end in motion now. It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. They set up the screen. It's Pittman out wide. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense, getting him down behind the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
So 2nd and 13 now. After that last catch, wound up losing him 3 yards. Now Rodgers. Man, it's off his hands and incomplete, so an opportunity unfulfilled on that 2nd down. That means it's 3rd down.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Rodgers set to pass. Hits his running back. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Foul. Roughing the passer, defense.
Finally, some justice for the quarterbacks. They're so rarely protected in today's game, Brock. The refs saw roughing the passer, and his side gets a 1st down plus some yardage.
You take it down a notch, all right? You haven't been hit by the guys in this league, and you got to protect these poor, fragile quarterbacks. In this case, move the sticks as well.
Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Rodgers now on 2nd down. A throw right side, caught by Bernard. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down, too. Excellent work. The big play nets him 17 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run here on 1st down. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
2nd down, it's Rodgers. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his 2nd drop of the game. It brings up 3rd down. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. This is running out of gas, and it's going to be short. Looked like they had issues with that snap. And their lead stays halted at 20.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
Going now on 1st down. And that looked good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. That's going to bring up 2nd. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me this, always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. One's complete, right side. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Third and 3 in front of him now. After that completion got him 7. He'll work against the blitz. Has him on the quick hitter. He managed about 9 before a stop is made. And that's going to give the Bills the 1st down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Sticking to the air here. Here's a screen for Cook. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. So 2nd and 13 now after that last catch wound up losing him 3 yards. He's going to throw it again. Throw left side, caught by Davis. And they haul him down, but we all saw it. That looks pretty awkward, partner. This flag should be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
And they are not happy with the end of that play. The face mask advances the ball to the other side of midfield.
Automatic first down.
So thanks to that personal foul, it is 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Johnson. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back now, pressure coming. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And they won't manage a ton. This gets to about the 26. Jack Sawyer working hard, making the stop. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, he's headed for the ground. They get him at the 35. Nick Herbig. And that forces this offense into a 4th and 20.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Johnson up the middle. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. That brings up 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Bills bringing an extra DB out. 3rd down. Now here's Rodgers. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's 4th down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
The Steelers set to punt it. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills set to take over offensively. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
He was taken down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Davis up the middle. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? He's going to throw this one. Oh, he's in trouble. He's not going to get away. Brought down at the 12. Just a minute, 59 seconds remaining in our first half of football. More Thursday night primetime football in just a moment. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers offense headed out. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Picked up a few on that 1st down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Rodgers to throw. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. Rodgers will look to throw. Hauled in by Bernard, left side. And they take him down right along the 30.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Great start on that 1st down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. From the 30, Rodgers. Going deep here for the end zone. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Motioning the tight end left. From the red zone now. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now Rodgers. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his 2nd drop of the game. It brings up 3rd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Rodgers set to pass. Going with a screen to Johnson. And the short throw yields short results. Only a yard, but they needed a whole lot more. It is 4th down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. It's no good. Oh, his aim was up on that shorty, Brock, and it hits the right upright. And their lead stays halted at 20.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
So the Bills' offense taking over just before halftime. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Bell going to motion over right. Trying to throw this from the gun. Catch made right side by Coleman. He's tackled after a gain of about 13, and that's going to be a Bills first down. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
10 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Pass play coming here. Has his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. He's dropping back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He's going to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Wisnowski on and ready for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
No gain on the
So
play.
one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen in Orlando. We'll get you back to Buffalo shortly, but we want to give you some highlights of this first half where the star of the show was this man, Rico Dowdle. His guys looking to finish off the preseason with a victory as we send it back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3.
Tyler
Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. Jukes away from 1. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter.
24-yard line.
Offense overloading left side. It's 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to want another chance of that one. Catchable ball indeed. Just couldn't come up with it. 2nd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
From the 24 once again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Johnson. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And to the ground it goes, so an incomplete pass brings us to 4th down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Cameron Johnston doing the honors. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They'll start with a give to Davis. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional because his ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. And that one, to go backwards, ugh.
They'll throw it. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his 2nd drop of the game. It brings up 3rd down. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They motion the tight end over. 3rd and long for him here. And he's going to be brought down back at the 34-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. A throw right side, caught by Bernard. It's a short pickup to the 20. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Here's the give to Heidenreich. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. To throw is Rodgers. He's under pressure, and he's not going to get away. They take him down at the 30. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Pittman sent in motion right. Rodgers to throw, 2nd down. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Rodgers from the gun. And down he goes on the wrong side of midfield. They got him at the 46. That's Russo again. The 2nd time that they have brought him down on this series.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's in trouble, and it's another one. They drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. That's taken at the 15. Escapes the defender. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Hands off here to Davis. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. They're throwing it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Complete.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking in the air here. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Keanu Benton. And now it is 4th down and 7.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here, 3 tight ends. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
On 2nd down, Warren. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw now. They set up the screen. It's Pittman out wide. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. It's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
They'll bring out the punter here. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. First and 10 from the 32. On the handoff, here's Davis. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now an inside give to Johnson. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. So now here's 3rd and 5. Now looking to throw. And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. The Bills with a punt team out there. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. Takes this in at the 25. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
The Steelers take
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a 1st.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st and 10. Offense going 3 tight ends to the left. Warren once more. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, avoidable mistake there, Brock. A lot of people saw it, including our officials. Offside's the call.
Still 1st down.
Offside's call helps him out. It's only 5 yards to go now on 1st down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, it was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. Oh, it's there, but he dropped it. A painful moment to break concentration. That forces 4th down. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Davis takes it straight ahead, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing off the play fake. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. So the frustration spilling over a little bit on that play, Brock, choosing to just get rid of it, even though he did have a receiver in the area.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, I'll co-sign on that. Frustrating. It's just been that kind of ball game, just not in any rhythm. Really, the defense dictating so much.
To the air on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You just look at that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. Counterplay here, Warren. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. He's going to be taken down. Play goes for about 10 yards. And that is going to be good for a Steelers 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on 1st. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Christian Benford up to make that stop. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Quick pass here into the hands of Pittman. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Third down now after that last completion lost him a bunch. To throw, Rodgers. Finds Bernard. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
The Steelers set to punt it. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Counter give here to Davis. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. And he could have a free play here. A toss out quickly to Coleman. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, avoidable mistake there, Brock. A lot of people saw it, including our officials. Offside's the call.
Still 2nd down.
After a man jumps, they come up 2nd and 5 to go. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. They've got 3rd and 5 now after the last completion got him 5. Pass play now. Lofts it deep right side. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted! And the Steelers have it after the turnover at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. First down now, ball at the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up second down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Trying an inside give to Warren. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Rodgers will look to throw. And this won't even get back to the line, Brock. Hit erased any chance of that one. It's incomplete. 4th down. Well, I know you love to call this the money down, Brock. And on that 3rd down, that pass rush just got paid.
Woo, look at you right there. That's their job. I mean, in the minds of those guys in the front seven, Kate, you've been around them your whole life. They know it. They don't want to rely on anybody else. They're secondary. They want to get home, and they did.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills set to take over offensively. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. He'll start out with Johnson. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. And he's not able to keep a hold of it through that hit. Incomplete. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll work against the blitz. No place to go here, and they plant him back at the 37. Sebastian Joseph Day. And that leaves them in trouble. They're staring down a 3rd and 19 now.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. It really is on 2 sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game. Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock, as safety really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. The give to Washington. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Warren here from the gun. This is close, but he is not in the end zone, Brock. By less than a yard, they avoid the safety. But boy, that was close.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And he's not going to escape. They could not get the push they needed. That's going to be a safety. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. Fielded at the 11. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. First down now, ball at the 33. Throwing now off the play action. And he will not turn this into a positive. They take him down. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. They step up to a 2nd and 11 here following the sack. They're going to try and throw it here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And the defender is there with him every step of the way downfield to make the hit and break up that catch. It's 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll air it out on 3rd. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
Kate, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
On now comes their punter. We dodged the tackle. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Steelers offense headed out. And they come back after the field with something to prove, Brock. You've told me before that it is embarrassing to give up a safety.
Yeah, it's a little hard, Kate, to run off the field and look at your defensive mates as you've given up 2 points on offense. So, yeah, the last thing they want to do is do that again and instead turn this momentum around.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got 2nd down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers to throw. He'll find Johnson out of the backfield. Stop finally made, but well downfield. Picked up about 24 before it. And that is good for a Pittsburgh 1st down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They go counter. It's Johnson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
He was taken down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Working on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's going to go down deep on his own side at about the 42. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Here's the backup. 1st throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down. So even with the nice gain there, partner, dug themselves quite a hole that they haven't gotten out of yet. It's 4th down. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. They'll send out the punting unit. It'll be Cameron Johnston doing the honors. And he put just a little too much on this one as it hits in the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Davis. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 20-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back now, pressure coming. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws, they'll find a drop at some point, too.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. That is Jack Sawyer. And that forces this offense into a 4th and 20.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Play action here with Rodgers. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And he's taken down, but before that offense comes out, they may want to wait a second. We've got a flag down, and it is in the backfield. Oh, like air out of a balloon. You saw all the excitement disappear when they saw the flag in the backfield. That penalty nullifies the INT.
Well, don't hit the quarterback then, Kate. Certainly don't rough him. Crying out loud.
So we've hit the end of this 3rd quarter for this Thursday night primetime game. The Steelers up a couple of scores and in control of the football. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. So Johnson gets it to open this 4th quarter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll send him over right. Rodgers now on 2nd down. He's keeping it. Good work by this offense as they get about 20 on the play before the defense stops them. And that's going to give the Steelers the 1st down. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Johnson up the middle. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
On the draw, this is Johnson. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Now here's Rodgers. In trouble here, and he's not going to get away. They bring him down at the 22. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. So from outside the red zone now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers. Complete right side to Washington. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Washington. A 7-yard gain brings up 4th down and goal.
Here comes Chris Boswell and the Steelers field goal unit. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler.
Chris Boswell became
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson with a return here. The return comes to an end, and now let's hear what this flag is all about.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead.
Automatic 1st down.
The face mask penalty has him much further up now to begin this drive. To throw here on 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 2nd down.
Following the penalty, 5 yards to go here on 2nd. Working now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Now an inside give to Johnson. And they've got a 1st down. Give them a gain of 13 on that previous play.
They were nice enough to give you a shorter 1st down to begin the drive. Kind of rude, right, Kate? Not to accept the gift and immediately move those chains.
Offense overloading left side. It's 1st and 10. On the ground again with Johnson. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. They'll give it to Heidenreich. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Ball carrier. C.J. Gardner-Johnson on the tackle. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Pittman's got it. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Rodgers' pass complete to Michael Pittman. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers. Once more into the hands of Pittman. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Johnson. And give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the give to Heidenreich. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. On the ground, here's Hayden Wright. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Now it's Hayden Wright. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Rodgers set to pass. Makes the catch. And he's going to be brought down shy of not just the end zone, Brock, but that 1st down marker as well. So now offense facing an interesting 4th down decision. The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. Here we go with Johnson. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's 2nd down now. And I think they can finally loosen their collars just a little bit, Brock. A nice little cushion now off their own goal line.
That necktie is knotted pretty tight when you're down there smelling your own goal line. So gives them a little room, exactly what they needed.
Quick throw, taken in by Moore. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Number 2, DJ Moore. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Allen setting up 1st and 10. And that last pass, his first completion since he entered this contest. Bell going to motion over right. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Now he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Allen. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw now, Allen. Catch made underneath by the back. On third down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Heidenreich on the carry. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. They're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Now the defense did half the work for them on that previous play, Brock. So just 5 yards to go now on 2nd following the flag. Quick pass here into the hands of Pittman. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. 3rd down now after that last completion lost him a bunch. Rodgers will look to throw. He's got it, but not inbounds. Incomplete. And a painful near miss on a potential score, Brock. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Boswell able to knock it through. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Allen to throw. Rushes right there as he releases it, and it goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is second down.
I can understand still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because this has been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
Throwing on second, Allen. Pulled in by his back, Cook. This is a nice gain, nearly moves those chains. He's got it up to the 36. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Third and a lone yard coming up. From the gun, Johnson. Defense gets there after a gain of 5, and it'll be first down Buffalo. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. They're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. So first down from the 41. Davis gets it from the gun. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Now Allen. Tried to float that one in, and the defender's there for the interception. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
First and 10 from the 32. Slot man motioned over. To throw, Rodgers. Connects with Bernard. And he's going to be out of bounds. Only about a yard to show for on that catch. Second down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Just a yard on that catch, so second and 9 coming up. Heidenreich has it. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on second down. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. They're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Rodgers to throw. And off his hands and incomplete. That drop means they failed to convert on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, we see this all the time at every level of football. You've got to catch it first. It's just like when a receiver receives a handoff. You got to secure the ball, then let your athleticism take off.
Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Enough from the pistol to Cook. Now these drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Davis. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it as they take him down for a loss. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. It's a nickel look from the Steelers here on 3rd. Throwing here, Allen. It is, he was letting that one go, and that pass isn't even going to get beyond the line. That is incomplete, and the defense forces 4th down. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. They'll bring out the punter here. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler.
43-yard line.
Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. They run it with Heidenreich. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. No, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now Heidenreich. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's 3rd down. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Hits him on the in route. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up fourth down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Allen looking to throw. Brought in right side by Moore. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that's going to give the Bills the 1st down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They kick the running back in motion. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. This is complete to Dawson Knox. And give him a gain of about 6 before he steps out of bounds. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Motioning him from the slot right. Allen on 3rd and short. And the Russians going to win this rep. They get to him. That is Patrick Queen. And that's going to force a 4th and 10.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. They'll go. Allen. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's the handoff. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They'll send their tight end right. Running for the marker on 2nd. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Bills going nickel, 3rd down. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's going to have just enough for the 1st down. That throw was short, Brock, but great individual efforts. They've got a fresh set of downs. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 1st down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. To throw is Rodgers. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. Pittman, the man in motion left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Only need to fall forward 1 more yard. Here's 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. They're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
Boy, that's a familiar pass he's taken here. Now the 5th time he's run out and gotten the job done. I know. You'd rather have him be PATs, but it's been nice having that reliable leg to turn to all game long.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up. So we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. First call here coming from the shotgun. Allen setting up to throw. Right side, cut by Davis. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Believe it or not, a big loss on that completed pass. So here comes 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be ruled his 2nd drop of the game. It brings up 3rd down. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle to Moore. And it's going to be 4th down. Great bid for the line. Almost got there, Brock. Just needed that last step or two to pay off. They did not. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. New set of downs for him from the 31. They pitch it out to him here. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, you call that toss play, it's almost like a challenge to cornerbacks, Kate. You're challenging their will and their want to. Can they get down there in time to make contact behind the line? In this case, well, challenge accepted and mission accomplished.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Catch made right side by Bell. And a good pickup here. Managed about 9 on that 2nd down completion.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and just 2 to go. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a 1st down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, quality game, and it moved the sticks.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Travis Homer, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Gregory Rousseau. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bills' 11-yard line.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot at confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in Week 1. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Buffalo.